Welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Bobcats will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. First down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. Now on the move. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Pressure coming. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's caught downfield.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wide receiver shows motion. The lone back's got it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, getting them making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Running with power. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Eecee U! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off of you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
When I see the defensive man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner, trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Connection to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to throw it again. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll go to the ground. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Spits it out to the back. And the ball is intercepted. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Pirates. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll pull it down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. He's going up top. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Bobcats. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they line up the scoreboard covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did...
Hit the afterburners, kid. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fellow.
He'll return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Makes a catch and knocked down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. And the Bobcats get it past the sticks.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air, it's Lagway. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Caught in the backfield. It's Simpson. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers. And
oh, they're trying to trick him. It's a fake. He spins that thing down the middle. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Texas State, 7.
Okay, they'll start the drive here with first down to open this period.
42, Spider.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Handoff to the lone back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Fighting off the defender.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Running back searching for a hole. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
It's the MO of this offense. They really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the Pirates will have a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Pirates have their offense in high gear.
Lasso! Lasso!
They'll run it from the gun. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They'll go to the toss. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive player. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Fast motion from the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route. He's open, throws a strike, gets.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored.
And that pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Trying to find his man on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Motion from the offense. He's got his man. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Dumps it to the back. And that one's incomplete.
They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. It's still up by 3. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Makes the grab on the left. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, with maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously, getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He wants to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Baker. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. Now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage, or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big 1st down.
The Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air, it's Lagway. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot and see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20.
Longer. Travel.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And the Pirates will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense.
Okay, ready?
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Come on, set.
Quarterback checking off. Going up top on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Gorilla.
One more play before the teams head to the locker room.
Get set. Tuna. Gaucho.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Getting some heat. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Slab.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll open the second half with a run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Gets it out fast. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
Pound 55 weak. Squirrel. Terrier.
Fast motion from the offense. He's looking to throw it. Stands in and takes the hit. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Looking down the middle. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up
Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage. One last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Return starts from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Chris, what a way to start this game. All this hype and build up for the playoff game. Offensive line says, hey, put it on our back. We'll be able to get things going. If you can keep running the football like this, man, does it open up the entire playbook.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
I realize in any play call that's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Snags the quick throw. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47. Well, the defense knows it might take more than one tackle to bring this tight end down.
Well, anytime as a defense, you always want to rally to the football. But against this guy, you especially want to do that because you saw he breaks through that first arm tackle. I thought he might be able to pick up even more yards, but good job of getting extra hats to the ball.
And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, just a tough way to start this game for this offense. Throwing an interception on their very first drive. Now, see how their own defense will do, but they cannot panic. Make a couple adjustments and get ready next time they get the ball.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Pre-snap motion from the offense. Grab down the middle. It's Rice. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
The Broncos are in the red zone. Defensive backs up on the line, showing press. The defense showing blitz here. They'll hand it off. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, you're inside the red zone, which means you can't come away with anything less than 3 points. But you know this offense is thinking about a touchdown. They're trying to get to that end zone. They go with the toss play. The big boys up front being mobile, moving around, and the running back trying to get behind them to find yards. It's exactly what he did there.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Dropping back, it's Willingham. Out of the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, Broncos.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Duke's offense back on the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. He's going to hand this off. Powering through. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
The Dukes will line up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground here. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Gain makes it 2nd and medium. Linebacker shifting around now.
6-9-1, Gators score. Clear, clear. Cut.
Second down, they're going to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. And that's now going to bring up 3rd down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. We'll see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. And now to try here for the extra point. And the PAT is good. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? And the single back takes the handoff. Tackle at the 35, good enough for a first down.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
How aggressive do you get on first and 10? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Once you can establish the run game, the play action is so effective. Those linebackers' eyes get caught up on the run. You pull the ball, and you've got open targets behind them. That's a great example of using the run game to set up your play action.
He's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This play's really well defended here by the defense. They try to sneak the back out. The defense is aware of it. Not only aware of it, keep him short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Sometimes those backs can sneak out unidentified. This time the defense saw him and made the play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to throw. It's Woollyhan. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Looking to chuck it again. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he's got some open field ahead. And bulldozing his way through. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Oh, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
James Madison's offense back out there now. The passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the oh, that one's picked off. So a great return following the pick, but finally able to get it down.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
So here's the first play of the drive now, the beginning of 41. Send the back in motion. Looking to throw it on first down. Defense is coming after him. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. Second and long for this offense after the sack. And here's the handoff. That one moves the ball across the 40.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. To throw, it's Woollyhan. Close to the tight end. And he pulls in the catch. Brought down quickly, but it's a big game through the air. Spot the ball at the 45.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility, what he can do from that slot position. He can be the quarterback safety blanket.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's looking deep here. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, his quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He dumps it off to the tight end.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. That's a nice game to move the sticks here as time runs out in the first quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's caught downfield. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. The offense falls on the fumble, keeps possession.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He flips it to the back across the middle. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And looking for a big play here. Into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. See if they can convert the point after. PAT puts him in front by 7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They're going to run it here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
They go backwards on first down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. Here's that defense shifting again. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking downfield, it's Woolihan. He's running out of time here. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Throws it to the right. And is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
But this defense is doing an outstanding job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage. That's their 3rd interception now in the game.
And the offense convert that pick into points. They're set up 1st and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
That's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. They'll try to run it with the outside. The back's got it on the pitch. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Deuce. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one, and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Back to pass. It's Woolihan. Pressure is coming. Using his legs here. Juked one tackler and picks up first down yardage. And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry up.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. He's going to take off here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. What in the world was going on the defensive side of that.
What was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
No problem. PAT right down the middle. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the James Madison offense back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. He'll hand it off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes a quick catch. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And the Dukes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. He hands it off from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. They look to throw it here on second down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, James Madison. It was a foot race, and he won it. They'll try to add the lead now with PAT. Kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he's got a crease here. Look out. On the move. It's a foot race. Touchdown, BSU. He's going to score. Kick return for a touchdown in a playoff game. This stadium has come alive.
How badly does this guy and this unit want to get to the national championship? This is huge and a game-changing moment that I think we may be looking back at as a turning point in the game. Great blocks and great speed there for the touchdown.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Dukes offense back on the field now. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
On the double.
1st and 10 play coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. It's an out route, the catch made. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Dukes. Strong game by this quarterback.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots. But here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Eecee is good, so it's a 2-touchdown lead, 35-21. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. Catch made on the left side. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Now to play fake, he'll look to throw it. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So a very makeable 3rd down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Running out of time in the pocket. Cannot escape, and down he goes. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. The Broncos will have to punt this one away. Looking to flip the field here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. That's a big gain deep into enemy territory. Ball down near the 30. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Or it's snapped to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal here. Trying to connect from 40 yards out. Knocks that one right down the middle. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and then take us to halftime. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Dukes will kick this away to begin the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down after that run on the previous play. Hands off to the left. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. That's a design quarterback keeper. Across the 45 now. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Past the 10. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
Oh, man, it's plays like this that make the defensive coordinator want to throw his headset. I mean, he gets carved up on the ground by the quarterback. It's definitely frustrating. What a great job with the quarterback seeing the opportunity to not just pick up a big game here, but take it in for 6 himself.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. James Madison's offense back out there now. So some of that first half lead is gone. This game has gotten tighter. There's some urgency now in this possession. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
2nd down after that previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. Oh, a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
We finally see a change-up from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing with between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Breaking free at midfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. And now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down, and he'll loft it to the end zone. Caught near the goal line, and he will score. Touchdown, James Madison. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. We stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Makes it with a 16. That's good coverage there. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
They got some ground to make up. 2nd and long from the 15. Looking to pass. It's Willihan. Bringing pressure. And the defense wraps him up. And the Broncos will come to the line to run the hurry up. third down, it's a handoff. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27. The Broncos come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Looking to pass this time. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Oh, my gosh, would he love to have that one back. Open receiver downfield, and he misses him. That's where you go back to the receiver and say, hey, man, that one's on me. I'm coming right back to you.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Rice. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. And the Broncos will bring their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Here comes the James Madison offense back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Ball handed off. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
On the set.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Linebackers making some adjustments now. An inside give now from the shotgun. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Quarterback still with the football. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Crosses the 30. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Well, the defense got out muscle at the point of attack there, and the back showed good vision to get to the hole and hit the first down.
And the Dukes line up with a first and goal.
Get set.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Got it.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense.
Reload. Down. Ready.
Looking to score. They'll run it to the left side.
Well, no surprise there. They gave it to him one more time. The defense is able to come up with a stop. Listen, this guy's already got 3 touchdowns on the game, and he looks hungry for number 4. Give it to him again.
Ready up.
Here we go. Third and goal coming up.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. And go. Cut.
And the quarterback just sneaks it. Touchdown, Dukes. And the beatdown continues. Extra point try coming now. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Breaking free at the 35. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. The Broncos looking to crank up the tempo a bit. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? And the ball to the ground. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
Wow, that is big-time awareness by his teammate to get on top of that football. As a result, they catch a break and are able to retain possession.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. To the air. It's Willihan. The pat, and they heave it deep downfield. The pass is intercepted. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And now the handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on third down and long, trying to pick up the first down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at fourth down and long with the lead, tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. There is a marker down on the field. Let's check out that call. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Dropping back, it's Willihan. Quick throw to his receiver. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. That's an explosive gain. They've got him, but the gain all the way to the 28. And the Broncos hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Receiver in motion now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Makes the catch. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. He's running out of time here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Going for a big play downfield. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State.
This is what having an accurate quarterback is so important. 4th down, critical situation. He puts that ball right on his receiver. What I love to see is he not only picks up that 1st down, but he's got the speed and the awareness to take it to the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, the pass is picked off.
The 2-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. James Madison.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. Here comes the Duke's offense back on the field now. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Tackle made after a big gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Touchdown, James Madison. To stretch the lead, the route is on. They're setting out to try the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. So no return here. He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Play action here on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that's interception number 5. Where will this QB get the hook? Not a long return, but the important thing that they wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
First play of the drive now coming up from the 29.
Cut it. Here we go.
They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage. You're not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Here we go.
And he's got it again. He's found some room at the 45. That is a big play. Finally brought down at the 44. Just pounding away for another big game. You wonder if this defense is beginning to lose its will a little bit.
I think they are losing their will. You can tell by the way they're tackling. It's been a very impressive performance by this offense and by this running back. You got to believe they're just looking to add to this lead with yet another touchdown. Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Now it's second down here.
Spider.
And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Ready.
3rd down coming up after that running play.
Green 25.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today.
Ready.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down.
Jackrabbit.
Motion now from the tight end. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, why not, Chris? These guys have been doing it all year. This offensive line has been a staple. And this back has the vision to be able to find that crease to get the first down, and you're that much closer to advancing.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Ready up.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium.
Moves.
They're going to run it. Fighting him off. They get him down, but a solid run by their freshman.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
That's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Curb Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
It's now time to select your team. Do you want to build a team from the ground up or take? And now you'll choose where to start your journey. Here, you'll choose to create a coach of your own or use and now it's time to choose your coach archetype. Your starting choices are motivator, recruiter, and tactician. What is the most important thing to you? Acquiring players, maximizing player development, or putting your team in the best position to succeed? Congratulations. It's time to sign your first coaching contract. Make sure to pay attention to the expectations of the role. These are based on real-life historical records of the school. Welcome to Kent, Ohio, and Dick's Stadium, home to the golden flashes of Kent State. And while to some it may seem like a small blip across the college football landscape, this place has been the home to legends like Lambert, Edelman, James, Holtz, and of course, Saban. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Kent State. Welcome to Kent, Ohio, and Dick's Stadium, home to the golden flashes of Kent State. And while to some it may seem like a small blip across the college football landscape, this place has been the home to legends like Lambert, Edelman, James, Holtz, and of course, Saban. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Kent State Golden Flashes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Line gets set, first down.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, looking to throw. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Can.
Give to the running back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Great play by the quarterback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the shoulder.
Motion from the offense. He wants to pass it on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job on the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
4-2 Spider.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wide out in motion. Coming after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And this one splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here for the offense. They'll give it to the back. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Yankee blue. Yankee blue.
To the ground. He's got it again. He stopped at the 48. A pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking for space. It's Stoneburner. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Georgia going up tempo.
Second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He'll ride his man on the option. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Caught over the middle. It's Fox. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there, because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Just going to keep it after the snap. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Okay. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, going up top. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his... Snags it down the right side. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. The Golden Flashes will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Jamison. He's got great speed. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Excellent field position here for the offense. The give to the tailback. Open space at the 25. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
The end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 7, Kent State 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the ground with the back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. West Virginia is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Morgantown. They're trailing by just 4 to Miami. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He's got an open man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to him. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. It's caught at the 45 on its way. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They're bringing heat. It's complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. A huge gain
defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
On the play. Brings up second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming.
2-9 Tuna. Longer.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off play action. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Cut it. Cricket.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. And they'll knock him down.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4.
42 Spider.
He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under. Georgia going up tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team.
And the returner will be dragged down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Touchdown, Kent State! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? He can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short.
6-9-1, Gators score. Flip.
They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Bulldogs! What a catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative.
He lets it fly. Picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Let's go.
He's going to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to his offense.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Samuel. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Never a doubt. They'll slide off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Golden Flashes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. At the 35, he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Fires to the tight end. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Dogs! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. West Virginia is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Miami. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fast motion from the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got a man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Golden Flashes headed quickly to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. Going to try to get it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty.
29 Philly. 2
Out of the gun to give to the back. And you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. And the golden flashes pick up the 1st down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off.
4-2 Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely.
On 3rd down was caught by the receiver. He's marked out of bounds at the 17-yard line. 4th down coming up.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, looking to pass. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. Touchdown, golden flashes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Hornet.
He'll set up to throw. He gets it in there again, scored the touchdown, got the 2. He's doing his part to mount the comeback. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get them.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
When you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And they'll mark this one dead at midfield. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Discards the man. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
Loss of 2. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. The score, Georgia 28, Kent State 23.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Here we go.
Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
One possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit, it affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Kent State! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with the QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Wants to pass. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch called for and made. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And
it's complete. A huge pickup. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Green 25.
He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. And that ball is picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The Golden Flashes want to move quickly. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward. Play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
And the Golden Flashes will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires one high and deep. And that pass picked off.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Got room at the 35. Speeding down the left side. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And once he got loose, it was all over. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He tries to take the top off. Reels it in down the left side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, golden fashion. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
They'll go to the air. And it's picked off. Past the 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were.
That keeps the score. Georgia, 44.
Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth. They'll try to get it back with the onside kick.
Set to kick off.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll leave it with him. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
They're going to ride this running back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll run the option. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see.
There he goes down the right side. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
It leads to second down.
Ready?
Quarterback empties his backfield.
Spider.
Quarterback checking off.
Acorn. Terrier.
Wants to throw on second down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having...